Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games. Here we've got, these are not the correct titles in the marquee. Tyler's going to be on TES versus John, I believe is going to be on Blue-White Stoneblade. And Tyler kind of broadcasting that he has Veil of Summer as he drops a Taiga prior to brainstorming off of a Lotus Petal. A Ponder for John. Generally, you're going to want to brainstorm without playing your land first, especially when your opponent can't punish you with days, as you could potentially hit a fetch land, maximizing the value of your brainstorm. Oh, wow. Ponder off of a Lotus Petal, and I feel like John has to feel really good about this situation. A couple of cantrips being used, and Force of Will stopping this Wishclaw Talisman. Yeah, that is not good for the Storm player. Going down a couple of cards, pondering off of a Lotus Petal is pretty brutal, but there is a lot of power to be converted out of these cards. Brainstorm can optimize a hand in a hurry, and Tony's going to need to keep up with the amount of... Wow, is this triple... Did we just see triple Lion's Eye Diamond? And pass the turn? I don't understand that. Triple Lion's Eye Diamond pass the turn. That's like 3 Storm. Cracking LED for Echo. And here we go. Actually, Tony fetching first. Will he be able to deny this? He's got a brainstorm. And he finds the Force of Will, pitching Spell Pierce. So Echo has been stopped. John still has a couple of LEDs, but he has gone hellbent in order to get that Echo into the graveyard. And now a Hull Breacher, which would have been a stronger response to the Echo. I'm not going to lie. That would be hilarious. Refill your hand with 7 cards and get 7 treasures. That's actually a thing that Echo decks attempt to do very often. And it's probably about scooping time here. No cantrips left. Batter Skull about to come in. Ad Nauseam can still give John an out, as it does not draw cards. But Batter Skull's entering in, and now the life gain is going to start to become a problem. You really have to go big. Muck quality Germ token there. The original fossil there from Tony. Stopping all other Pokemon powers. And he gets to carry the Jite as well. Everything turning sideways. And scooping it up there as Stoneblade walks away with that one. Tony gaining life off of the Germ and everything, making it even more unlikely for a Tendrils to be able to get the job done without just everything going in the opposite direction. That was nice. Just took a little pause there to help a customer finish off his set of dual lands. I've been saying it since the 90s. You get your set of duels and the staples of the game, and you can play literally whatever comes out. The new cards, you can take your time getting them, and You know, you don't have to necessarily jump on the hype, especially with the proxy events. You know, something like Oko comes out, you can cool your heels, wait and see if you want them. If you do, great, but you don't have to run out and grab Tropical Islands all of a sudden when demand's at its peak because of new cards. So it is how it tends to work. I mean, card like Oko comes out, you'll see kind of prices reverse. Tropical Island, leapfrog past Tundra, for example. I think at one point might have been the second most expensive duel. But yeah, that's always nice to see. People setting goals and reaching it. It's important. I mean, it's really interesting from a psychological perspective. Our brains are really wired to reward incremental progress toward our goals, not so much actually getting your goals. Like, feel much better about improving on a skill set over time than, like, say, a graduation ceremony. Like, that just, you have your graduation and that's that, and you feel good for that day, but then your brain's like, who cares? Like, you just, now what? I got a degree and I need to go get a job. And then it's a whole nother pyramid to climb. But Magic can give us that with the collecting aspect. There's a lot of negative voices about collecting on the internet, which is unfortunate. I think collecting can be a really fun, rewarding thing. Shows discipline. You know, the ability to, you know, not go out to dinner a night, stay in, cook a nice dinner instead of going out to eat, wasting a bunch of money. Do that a few times a month. And over the course of a year, you got enough for some cards that you'll really cherish. And as it turns out, often will go up in value. It can be a legitimate investment as well. I mean, it's a big part of why it's my favorite game. There's a lot of games that I love. Chess, poker. Love video games. I mean, Soul Calibur. I played a ton of Soul Calibur. I was the best in the state at that. I don't even think I ever lost a tournament in my heyday. But Magic, I think, just has that. It has many additional layers, and I really like them all. The ability to have the collectible side, the strategy, the variance, handling that variance. So congratulations on that set of duels. Now we've got a Hope of Girapur, I believe. It's an artifact. I don't totally remember the art. I've sleeved the card up on occasion. I have not been impressed with it in practice. We'll see if it can steal the game here for John. There's about a million ways this could go poorly. I mean, the card is not foolproof. It's no Xantid Swarm. I'll never forget when Scourge had just come out. Onslaught block was fresh, and people were actually playing Exalted Angel in Vintage, which was not advisable, but they were doing it. We got a Force of Will attempting to stop a Wishclaw Talisman, backed up by Veil of Summer. It is drawing a card and pushing through Eek. So Hope of Girapur is going to stick around. Actually, a little... I was reminiscing. I'm not sure why Hope of Girapur didn't swing before that Wishclaw Talisman was cast. A defense grid, additional defense. Yeah, what am I... Aethersworn Canonist. And now Stoneforge Mystic. And Canonist can really hold the fort down. Much better in Legacy than it is in Vintage. I'll tell you, in Vintage, there are times where your opponent puts out something like Aethersworn Canonist, and you can just like jam a bunch of Moxes, play a Sensei's Top, like draw and empty the Warrens, cast it, and then they can only play one spell per turn to try and dig themselves out of that mess. Much more likely in Vintage than it is in Legacy, where our accelerants tend to be of much lower quality than the original Unlimited Moxes. Another Hope of Girapur, along with a Lion's Eye Diamond. And yeah, this is certainly leaning toward Tony with this Aethersworn Canonist. John's going to need a way to clear it off the board and to win. Clearing it doesn't necessarily do very much when you're facing down a Batterskull and friends. We've got a Burning Wish. It's going to be able to grab the Echo. And I would have expected some type of removal rather than grabbing Echo. Like a Cave-In or a not Fire Blast. Pulverize, that's a spicy one. Sack 2 mountains, destroy all artifacts. Get the Batterskull and the Aethersworn Canonist out of there. Hull Breacher played on Tony's turn, as you can only play one spell per turn. Oh, but actually, I don't know about that. Defense Grid now is actually active. Tony is tapped off of his 3 mana. Chain of Vapor. Targeting the Aethersworn Canonist. No. Targeting the Hull Breacher? Okay. Hope of Girapur. Now that Chain of Vapor could have certainly allowed for some potential lines here. Unfortunately, the Defense Grid is going to prevent John from casting it on Tony's turn. And figuring out how to get past this Aethersworn Canonist is kind of everything at this point. Karakas. Oh, I guess Hope of Girapur is actually legendary, as Karakas bounced it. And now lethal damage swinging in as Blue-White Stoneblade takes that one with a combination of hate and counters. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.